Good evening, everyone. It is the 24th of November. It is episode 34 of the BloomCast. It is the fourth bull run of the crypto market happening as we speak. We are going to have a really interesting show for you guys. We're going to be talking about everything that's happened over the last 7 days, and it's been a lot. I think that other than the really obvious stuff, Bitcoin has obviously gone up, Ethereum has obviously gone up, XRP has gone up kind of surprisingly, and we're going to try to dive a little deep into that. We're going to talk a little bit about how Ethereum 2 is going on, and we're going to talk about the latest DeFi hack, Pickle Finance, and we're going to try to investigate exactly what went on there. My name is Luis. I'm one of the founders of BloomX. If you've been watching the show for a while, you'll notice that my background is slightly different now and the setup looks slightly different. I moved to La Union very recently, just a few days ago actually, so the house is in disarray right now. Please bear with me if there's any connection issues also, because I'm kind of just starting to test everything. But hopefully everything will be stable and we'll have a nice smooth show. It seems like people are already starting to join us. We've got about 30 people in the chat. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to start introducing my co-hosts. With me, as always, Ramon Tayag, CTO of Bloom. Coming to us live from Cyprus, Mark Vernon, CEO of Tag Cash and Tag Bond. Joining us for the third episode in a row, Kuku Crypto TV, with a new YGG tag on his name. Okay, so you're gonna have to tell us about what's going on with that YGG later. And then to explain Ethereum to us, again, it's basically his role on the show, Chris Vercelis of HaloDAO. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so how have things been? Let's just start off with how things have been for everyone. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a long time, but it's just because I've been having a really, really long week. Assembling furniture, buying lots of weird essentials like toilet seats and shower heads and things like that. I've basically spent all of my time just putting this house together. Ramon, how have things been going on your side of the Philippines?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was in Batangas like the last 2 weeks, and I think that's why I kept on dropping off. So I'm back in Metro Manila now. Internet's good. Yeah, it's.
Dude, you should come to LU. Exciting. The internet's great here.
I know. I was gonna ask you, for your address.
Yeah.
But like it doesn't look like I'm gonna win this week, and that's all I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my.
Yeah.
That you're probably right. I don't think anyone is gonna win this week, but I also can't remember what Mark said. Mark, how have things been with you over there in Cyprus? How's the weather? Still perfect?
Busy. No, we had a couple of storms, lots of rain, which stops work on the house. I'm building extension of the pergola and stuff like that. Boring stuff, house stuff, like you're doing. Otherwise, I bet 20,000, and how come it's shooting up just as just as the show comes up? It was 18,300.
Did you say 20? Did you say 20?
I did.
Last week? Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay,
So
all right. Okay.
This week I've got into. I bought 6 Axies, and I played a few games, just getting into it. So yeah, really got into that, and
Nice.
I've got ready to get into ETH staking, but I'm waiting because I've got to have a node running all the time. I'm waiting for stuff that's arriving from the Philippines over here, including my big PC setup. And that has a lot of power on it, so I'm going to set it up this week so I can stake a pile of Ether. But we'll talk about it later.
You might be the only person on Earth who has ever imported a PC from the Philippines. Typically, it's the other way around. No?
Well, it was my gaming PC. It's got Fortnite and a few other things on it, and it's it's a $5,000 or $6,000 PC. So there's no point in me buying one just for that. So it's on its way anyway.
Fair enough. Kuku, how have things been going with you over the last 7 days? I've been trying to keep in touch with you through the Axie community. Seems like things are going pretty well, no? But you got your first few haters. I saw that you had your first few haters this week. How was that like?
Oh, you've made it.
What do you think, Kuhu?
You can talk.
Oh, I think you're muted. You might be muted.
But his lips aren't moving.
No, I mean, his lips were moving. What do you mean?
Really?
Yeah, I can't hear you
we
at
don't
all,
hear.
actually.
He's muted.
Yeah.
Say something.
Hey, I think your sound is muted, Kuku. I'll come back to you, huh? Chris, tell us about what your week has been like.
It's actually been pretty chill.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Lucky you.
not much is happening. I'm just sitting here, exactly right here, just working. Yeah, just building. Not much has happened. I'm just watching ETH go up. And telling everyone
that's exciting, right?
Yeah. Saying I told you so was fun, and everyone's like, no, it was Bitcoin. It's like, yeah, it's ETH. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice. Okay. This is exactly the kind of show that I want you to be on because you're gonna get into arguments with half of the people here.
Namely, Mark.
What is Mark saying? Cuckoo
sound muted. I couldn't send a message.
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
yes,
now
I can hear you now, Cuckoo. There you go. Perfect. Okay.
Oh well,
Sige, game.
There are a few types of people that are trying to hate me. Number one, scammers trying to pretend to be me and ask seed phrase and
nice
seed phrase and or probably they're selling Axies. Or two, those people that I banned in the Discord server because they disrespected the admins and mods, and they keep on repeating their frustrations in the channel. So and those people spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So
okay. So you know what we say to the people who ask us for our seed phrases? Not today. That's
today.
Not today.
Something that happened on the Crypto PH chat. Someone was pretending to be Colin, I guess
really?
a month or two ago now. Yeah, he was asking me for to advance him 0.5 Bitcoin. I'm like, what?
You wouldn't do that normally.
Yeah.
I mean that sounds like something Colin would do though. Are you sure it wasn't him?
Well, I did check with him because he said he was using an anonymous account to hide from somewhere. I'm like, Colin doesn't hide. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, right,
okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So that's actually a pretty good reminder, everyone. As the crypto markets heat up more and more, the number of scammers, the amount of fraud is just gonna keep going up. So be careful, guys. Be careful out there.
Ask them to send you first some.
Yeah.
I'm an IT guy, and Lewis, what happened? I got my Telegram hacked, and you're the one that said, "Is this you?"
Yeah. So sometimes the hack is so good that even experts are. So it's just be careful. That's all we're saying. Be careful and double check everything.
The personalities of who you're talking to, and if it's you should.
Yeah. So I knew that it wasn't you, Mark, that was messaging me on Telegram because the person was so damn friendly, and I was like, fuck, this can't be Mark. There's no way.
He was probably using smileys and everything.
Yeah. It's like there's no fucking way this is Mark. No way.
It's not Mark. He's not trying to make a deal.
Yeah. Anyway, so be careful, guys. And when in doubt about certain new projects or whatever, bring it up here in the chat. Let us know, and we'll try to look into it for you. Some of it's actually pretty easy to. You can kind of jump in really quickly and find out if something is legit or not. We've got a bunch of Sandogan people here. Your posse.
Am I now a Sando Gang member?
Well, I mean, only if you actually wear one.
You have to wear it.
You kind of have to do it that way. Yeah. I think we've already established that you weren't
lying somewhere around there.
Dude, you just need a pair of scissors.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Charm Hernandez is saying she was expecting a beach background from me. I tried. I really tried, but it's nighttime. There's nothing. I can't show anything. But I swear, there's water out there somewhere. You just can't see it right now. I'm just gonna introduce Justin David, CEO of Bloom. Just made it just in time. We are going to do our price, I guess price prediction, whatever. Like we're just gonna remind everyone. Sorry.
Did he move also?
Like I don't know. Are you in a new place, Justin? You're muted. You're still muted.
I just shuffled my desk around, guys.
Okay. All right. Sige. Okay, so let's do the quick round about again. So what was everyone's price prediction last week for Bitcoin? Chris, you gave a price prediction, didn't you?
I think I did. I think I said 18,000. Something somewhere around 18 something.
Right. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Kuku, do you remember yours?
17.6.
Wait, really? 17.6 lang ba? I thought it was... Oh, okay. I guess I must have been similar to you, diba? Like, we were right next to each other.
18.
You look like a boy band member, man.
Wow, that is something.
Yeah.
Not really
Wow, Sando with the hoodie.
Sando hoodie gang.
Sando hoodie guy.
Wow.
It's a new trend now.
Make sure. I just put that right there. I guess we can just continue the show this way.
Yeah.
We'll just do the rest of the show this way,
ladies
guys.
going nuts.
Yeah.
Oh my.
There you go. I'm a Sando
Not
man.
sure these are ladies in the chat, but okay.
Well, you got fans.
Okay, all right. Cool. Great. Okay, sorry. Mark, what was your bet? I forgot. You said 20.
20.
You said
20.
Yeah, you said 20,000. Kuku said 17.6. I guess I must have said 17.5 then, if that's the case.
So I'm the closest one again.
Yeah, sort of. You're only off by
I was at
$1,000.
18,250.
18 to 50.
Okay.
We were gonna make
Justin?
bets before we fell out last week. I think I cut out before we were able to make bets.
That's too bad. Okay, all right. Okay, so I don't think anyone got it right this week. By the way, if anyone's wondering where Coach Eman is right now, I messaged him to invite him to join the show, and he said, "I can't, bro. It's alt season." That's it.
Really?
And I guess that's basically, I was telling Chris before the show started, the life of a real crypto person is you work your butt off for about a year during the bull run. And then if you do it properly, you can make most of the money that you need to survive the bear season until the next big bull run. And it looks like Coach Eman is going to be like really focusing right now. We've got a couple of friends of the company who have retired now just because Bitcoin went over $15,000 a couple of weeks ago. So it's like, okay, that's good for you. Happy for all of you. Unfortunately, we still have to keep working, but whatever. Let's see. What is everyone's bet for next week? Things are definitely heating up. Mark, are you going to stick with $20,000 for next week? I guess that's my first question. Or are you going to bump it up?
Actually, no, because we're going to go over 19,000 probably during this show. I know. I reckon.
We are.
20.
We are.
Oh, already?
We're at 18.8.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We hit
okay,
19.
right.
We hit 19.
So I reckon 20,000, 20, I'll keep it round figures. 21,000. Yeah, why not?
Okay, 21,000. Cuckoo crypto.
19,600.
The fuck? That's like $200 below the price. Wait, what is it? $1,000 above. Okay, $1,000 above. Okay, 19,800. Justin David.
Gosh, 19.3.
Yeah.
19.3. Just 5% above.
Yeah, man. Well, the
roughly.
altcoin season started this week, right? Officially,
Yeah.
And that's provable by the Bitcoin dominance going down.
Right.
And I think there's so much momentum right now. A little bit of the liquidity is going to go that way, unless there's some other big news again that kind of launches us to oblivion again. So
more PayPal.
Yeah, more PayPal. Or like.
But the only
like,
next thing that comes out of PayPal is I don't think they're gonna say open to everybody in the world yet. I think they're gonna say you're allowed to move it after you fill in XYZ KYC. Because right now the KYC is super easy. Like, I haven't lived in the States for 5 years. I haven't lived in the States from 5 years, and my addresses from 5 years ago still work. So
yeah,
nice.
But they're not letting you take it in or out. They're just allowing you to buy it.
Stays there. So it's a pure speculation. It's
yeah. So when are they going to open it to the rest of the world? You know,
it'll be a KYC 2021, right? That's the thing. Yep. Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. It's supposed to be. First half of 2021 was the target for international customers. So we are not yet there yet, and we're already seeing some pretty crazy price impact. Let's read some of the chat guesses. So we've got Arvin 20,000, Grant 20.3. We've got a lot of 20, 20.5, 20.9. Chris, what was yours?
My ETH prediction is probably going to be more accurate, but if I were to say Bitcoin, I'd say 21.
Thank you.
And I'm not invested in that at all. So.
Okay, good disclaimer. Ramon Tayag.
Yeah. I feel 20.5.
20.5. Sorry, Justin. Are you going to Are you gonna retract?
No, I was
going to
say that I think that these prices will hit. I just think it comes back down around this time again next week. Yeah. So I think definitely
what do you think the ETH is going to be? Just if we're on the subject, Chris.
$900,000. Whoa!
Son of a bitch! What?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so Chris Vercelis of Hollow DAO is predicting a 50% increase in the price of Ether in the next 7 days. Okay, that is a very, very specific and aggressive prediction.
Wait. What's happening with Ether in the first couple weeks of December? Is there anything that ETH 2.0 or anything like that coming out?
December 1.
Are we going to talk about that? We're going to talk about
okay, we are. Okay, so
yeah, it's on the show slides, so we can talk a little bit about it. But I would assume kasi that excitement has already been priced in to ETH because of what's happened over the last couple of weeks. But anyway, let's talk about it some more. We've got some pretty great. Okay, so dalawa na 22,000, Gabriel, and John Christian both 22,000, then drop when January ends. Okay, all right. Charm Hernandez hoping na mag 22,000. Yep. I think all of us are. I'm going to join Ramon in the kind of high 20s, so 20.7 is mine.
Gosh,
wow.
So Ramon is 20.5. So we're all kind of we're feeling optimistic. I think that's what's going on there. Let's talk a little bit about exactly what's going on though, because there were some things that came out of last week's news that I thought had a really big effect on both the price and was actually kind of explaining why the price was going up. No, so just quick reminder: when we ended the show last week, we were at 16,400. And we are now at 80,300. So that's a very big jump. No, that's even like a 12-13% jump in 7 days. And we've held. Sorry, this is an old chart. It's not 18,300. It's actually 18,800 right now. So it's even bigger than that. But it looks pretty definitive that 18,000 is held. What do you think about this, Justin? Do you think that 18,000 is defensible?
So a lot of the technicals are showing that there's a price taking event sometime in December sometime, right? So the monthly counts, the weeklies, and the daily, they kind of line up around December. So it's just, I mean, if you're going to look at the charts, I think that tells you that there's going to be some profit taking around that time. Mm-hmm. Does 18 hold? I don't know. How long have we been in 18 in this range? About a week?
Well, basically a week since the last BloomCast. That's all. So
the thing is, I don't think when profit taking does take place that we have weak hands that are holding or buying in at 18, right? I think these are all like very strong, calculated, or dominated by strong hands. So I think they're, especially if it's PayPal users. I mean, like they can't even do anything but wait till it goes up and sell, right? They're not going to do anything at this price.
Yeah, but they might want to cash them out to buy Christmas presents. So I don't know.
If they bought in at 18, I'd wait for. I mean, if you look at the way PayPal has been kind of designing their UX, they're making it so that you can buy in with $1 pretty much. Like they literally say you can buy in with $1 right before when you see the big kind of 18,800 price. So it's kind of like just have a shot, have a taste of it, and then. So I'm like, when you're buying at $1, I'm thinking you're waiting for at least these big price predictions before you start liquidating.
And I guess if you're buying it at $1 and
Mark, the Americans are getting a new stimulus check at the first week of December, $2,000 each again, apparently. So I think that's that's the Christmas stocking filler,
Shoot.
Yeah. So 18, I think holds. I think 18's hold.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Hey guys, just ano lang, I just saw my Wi-Fi connection just drop off suddenly there. If I suddenly disappear, the show continues to go on naman, so it's not dependent on me being around.
We'll just make it up.
So you guys can hang out. Just make it up. It's fine. You'll be fine. We've been doing this for 34 episodes, so you guys are basically experts at this. So. Hold on, let me just go back to the slides here.
My opinion here is like, I don't look at charts. I don't understand DA, but like it's same old boring stuff, and I think that's why like I don't repeat it often. But if you have companies that are buying, they're not weak hands, right? So if they're picking up the bitcoins that perhaps people who have been in Bitcoin for 5-6 years and they're taking profit now, then you can be pretty sure that they're gonna keep those Bitcoins safe for at least a few years, and when they spend it'll be
the people are
it'll be to buy
at the
a business or something.
You got 70% of the Bitcoin being bought up by PayPal users, and they're going to be businesses or are they going to be average person? We don't know enough about who's buying.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's of the new Bitcoins, right? Like only of the new Bitcoin mined. Like we still have the Bitcoin that isn't new that's being let go, because if you put PayPal and Square and everything together, it's more than all the new Bitcoin being mined. So obviously it has to be coming from the Bitcoin that has already existed.
Right. That's actually the main reason I believe for this recent jump in the price. No, so this letter from Pantera Capital, not Pantera the metal band, it's entitled Bitcoin Shortage. The money quote is this one here. Pantera claims that PayPal is already buying almost 70% of the new supply of Bitcoin. This is what Mark and Ramon were talking about. Together with Cash App's routine Bitcoin buying, more than 100% of all newly minted Bitcoin is accounted for. So that means, like exactly what Mon was saying, that there is like all of the new Bitcoin that's being generated by mining, it's immediately being consumed or bought by PayPal users. Now, here's the really interesting thing. Remember that after the Bitcoin halving, we said the exact same thing about Grayscale. Na they had bought more Bitcoin at that time than all of the Bitcoin that had been mined. So we're getting multiples of all of these different entities and organizations, and some of them are just normal people. They're buying up so much of the new Bitcoin that there is no new Bitcoin entering the market anymore. All that's happening now is that people who have it already, so people like us maybe, we're slowly starting to sell our Bitcoin into the market because I don't know, whatever, right? Because
it's only what, 16 to 17 million dollars worth, the 18,000 price per day.
Yeah.
So that's not very much if you got that many users coming from PayPal.
Right. We don't know. So obviously PayPal won't actually tell us how many users they have that are buying, but we can check how much volume is on itBit. And itBit is the underlying exchange that is kind of powering the PayPal Bitcoin retail operation. So you can see the volume that's going there, and you can see the differences from when PayPal started selling Bitcoin and before that point. And you know, that's how they extrapolated how much of the new supply of Bitcoin is actually being consumed. So it's a really interesting letter.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. You can just look it up, Bitcoin Shortage, Pantera. You can look that up on Google. There's a lot of details. I think the thing that I should point out is that this is only US. This is not the rest of the world yet. So once that happens,
Not
it's going to be
grayscale,
pretty
right?
insane, I think.
It doesn't even
It's not,
include
yeah,
grayscale.
yeah, it's not grayscale.
So if you
It
guys
doesn't even
remember,
include all of the bigger companies. Yeah.
I think about a month ago, I showed a few slides from Croesus, that Greek dude that name, I mean, Greek name, and he explains how the halving usually affects like the supply and demand, or what role it is there. I think that's a good visualization of what's happening here. So
Yeah, yeah. Charm Hernandez is asking the obvious economic question here. What will happen when everyone is buying and no one is selling na? Well, I mean, at some point you will want to sell, right? Because if someone is offering you $1 million, that's just,
right.
like there will be someone who will sell. I think I would probably sell my remaining Bitcoin for $1 million of Bitcoin. I think about it at
Bitcoin
least.
jumps to $1 million next week. Yeah, I'm moving stuff back on chain.
I think so.
For sure.
It's the price that is the one that like equalizes things, right? So the price will keep going up, Charm, until some people are willing to sell, and I'm pretty sure that there will be people who are willing to sell way before $1 million.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably be willing to sell around, honestly, $900,000. I think that, I've got humble goals. So
Man, we're making an order book already here.
Oh, you're basically, we're all bidding, right? So I mean, and that's how a marketplace is supposed to work, naman eh. People are supposed to just, we each have different buying and selling preferences. So that's kind of what'll happen there. Anyway, okay, so that was what was really, really interesting to me about what's been happening over the last week for Bitcoin. Now, let's talk about Chris's main bag, I guess. So this is Ethereum. Ethereum had a pretty good week. Hey, Mark, are you finally up on your Ethereum investment?
Way up.
There you go.
I bought
it. That's what I want to hear.
I bought it 380, so I'm fine.
Okay,
nice.
Right. Well, I mean, relative to Bitcoin, did you buy with Bitcoin or did you buy with dollars?
I did. Because I used Bitstamp to churn some Bitcoin into Ethereum, and I was going to cash it out. I was going to cash out the money. So I thought I would have issues of taking that much money out of Bitstamp. So I converted Ethereum, and they let me withdraw that. That was fine. But it was
nice.
I looking at because I have a calculator that just works how much Bitcoin worth of Ethereum I've got. It's about the same.
Okay.
It's the same value, so I'm doing fine.
Okay, interesting. Okay. So when we ended the show last week, we were at around $450 to an Ether. We are now at 600 plus. We touched 660 briefly this morning, but we weren't able to hold it. We're now hovering above 610. I think. I don't have the price in front of me. So this was probably a big deal for a lot of people in the Ethereum community. I was telling Chris that last week I launched a new art project on Maker's Place, and I was selling the art for Ether, and I did pretty well. I sold quite a bit of it. Unfortunately, as soon as the price of Ethereum itself started hitting $600, all of the buyers disappeared. Because suddenly no one wants to spend their Ethereum anymore because they feel like it's too valuable to let go of. And that was kind of a funny consequence or implication of pricing things in currency that changes value, So I guess it's the same thing with Bitcoin. That's why the coffee cup, like the buying coffee for Bitcoin, kind of hard to imagine, right?
Greed is always going to keep everybody in check here. This isn't going one-way stop all the way to $1 million. People are by nature going to take profit. So people change their minds once it gets to 600 with Ethereum. After it's been like below. Well, we're not even near its all-time highs yet, right? We're still within 60% of what it was. So
we hit $1,100. $1,100
was all-time high, right?
Was
So
all-time high. Yeah.
We're only about
we're halfway there,
and people are already starting to change their sell targets again because it's got momentum. Because Bitcoin's just on the doorstep of its all-time highs again, and
Yeah, we're at
people are
90%
adjusting
of
again.
our all-time high.
US
So
dollar, right?
People have been hodling since 2017 in the doldrums, and now you have your opportunity to break even or take a bit of a profit. But people change their mind right away again because
no way.
greed, right?
Yeah.
But
Quick correction from Paolo just there. Just so
okay,
so I
so-
think all-time high might have been actually even higher than I thought pala.
Right, there you
Oh,
go.
wow.
Yeah, 1-4. Yeah.
Layo
when
pa.
I want to point out when this all started 10 years ago, the idea was that we'd be able to use this as real money, but crypto is not being used as money. It's not being used as a method of replacing cash. It's become just speculative. Even if you're transferring USDT and all the rest of it, it still costs too much to do daily transactions. So I think e-money will probably be still bigger than crypto for a long time to come.
For a while, right?
But as a speculative store of value, then great.
I think Chris has an opinion about this, right?
Well, my
Well, we'll
opinion is
see.
always the opposite of Mark's, so by default. Yeah, no, I don't agree, Mark. I
Of course it. Of course it.
With Bitcoin, you don't agree? You think Bitcoin's
no. So Mark mentioned that it costs too much to even send USDT P2P because of the
Okay.
transaction fee, right? I don't think that's going to be the case very soon, or at the very least, I've predicated a big business plan on it, so I hope I'm not wrong. But I don't think that's going to be true. So I do agree that Bitcoin and like Ethereum, all the volatile cryptos, will not be used for shopping or just daily transactions. It's just going to be digital whatever, right? Digital gold. ETH is like payment for, let's say, the world computer. But in terms of daily payments, I think stablecoins are the way to go, and that will be on layer 2.
Yeah,
and then
but
that
look,
will
if
be-
you look at how much they're actually being used in the real world, I use Revolut on a daily basis. It doesn't use crypto itself to transfer. People still like the ease of use of an app or cards to spend what you've got in your account, etc.
Yeah.
And I'm headed to Kenya soon to kickstart Tag Cash down there in Africa. And the problem over there is you've got 25 countries, 25 different currencies. There's no unified structure to be able to do cross-border transfer and stuff. And I don't think stablecoins are going to fix that.
Yeah. Well,
I
you're
think it
all
will.
correct.
yeah.
Not in the next five years
Even
time,
Colin,
maybe,
yeah.
but 5 years, 6 years, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
I
would
will
like
say
it to
also that
happen.
legacy has improved in the last. I mean, just here in the Philippines, with InstaPay, PesoNet, and how quickly checks clear now. Right, it used to be the case that it was 3 days. Now it's
Yeah, but
overnight.
it's still e-money. It's all
Right,
e-money,
right.
electronic money.
What I'm
not-
saying,
not
like the
digital money.
transition to quick digital isn't going to be as quick because what people are already useful it has improved. What people have been using for a long time has improved. So
And this just shows how powerful the network effect is. I mean, people like poo-poo on the dollar and how much is being printed, but we can't help ourselves but still use it, right?
Because we're
So-
idiots.
I mean, we price every day, every show. We talk about the price of Bitcoin in relation to dollars, right? So we can't.
Right. So it's
stop
it's
ourselves.
that it's going to be that difficult. You'll really need some huge systemic shock, for it to collapse.
Something like
or
a
maybe-
global
like,
pandemic, maybe.
during-
Like, what are you
No,
thinking?
no, it'd be a
it just
While
disappears.
an
IMF
open-
creates
open
their
digital
new
yuan.
currency,
There we go.
um,
Open digital yuan.
that would be the chance.
Agree.
Yeah, but that's how powerful it is. Even if all the layer 2 stuff and layer 3 stuff are built and you could transfer for almost no fees on the different blockchains, we'd still be using the dollar today.
You can't make it rain with Bitcoin. Like with dollar notes, you can still
Well, you have to buy
Spray and
those
everything,
metal
right?
ones. You have to buy the metal ones, and then
Could
when
you
you make it
imagine making
rain,
it rain?
like you
Mark-
actually injure people. So
Mark, can you with little metal dollars? Can you make it rain on your
Yeah.
friends? Isn't that going to hurt them?
it will.
It's
it will.
better
But
if it's
I mean,
cash notes, right?
well, if they look at the Bitcoin and then there's a private key underneath it, it
All
won't
right.
matter if it hurt them.
Hey, paper
they'll
wallet.
still say
Sorry,
thank you,
of course.
thank you.
Mark will make
Oh,
it rain.
paper
wallets.
Paper
yeah.
wallets. Yeah, sure. Aldrin Rabino in the chat is saying the third child of Edward Stark and Caitlin Stark talks about Bitcoin. So I'm not actually sure who the third child is. That's not Arya, right? Because Arya's not the
Isn't
third
she the
child, is she?
youngest?
No,
so
Bran is the youngest, right?
He's the one. He's the one that can foresee the future or see the past or whatever. And
Yeah, I would you say she was like the fourth or fifth?
Okay, so
Macy.
clearly we are not Game of Thrones experts here.
Is that the one who died?
Uh,
who died.
wow,
So
Chris.
2017.
Jeez. You're
Well,
thinking
I-
of Rickon. You're thinking of Rickon.
Oh, okay.
And he's
All right,
older.
all right.
He's older.
I never mind.
Yeah. Anyway, so the joke that Aljan is making here is because Macy William, the actress who plays Arya Stark, went on Twitter a couple of days ago and said, should I go long on Bitcoin? Yes, no. It was a poll.
And they said no. They said
Well,
no. The fans
eventually
said
they
no, and they got it wrong. So shame on you.
I think more importantly, the next day or the day after that, she posted that she actually did buy. She didn't
Great.
follow the poll. So good for her. Although, I don't really think she needs the money, but anyway, whatever. It's always nice to get like I know someone who is it feels like she's so disconnected from the world of this, I guess. And it's nice to get people like that talking about Bitcoin. So Colin Goltra has an opinion on this. The third child is Arya. Okay. I'm gonna need to see a reference on that.
All
but
right,
okay.
Sailor Moon. The old mage.
More than
Sailor.
Wikipedia.
I really like that one, Sailor Moon. That's
Yeah,
cute.
yeah, he has been very,
I'm into that. That's
Has
a good-
anybody
that's a
been
good
following his tweets? They're very it feels like they're a novel the way he Michael Saylor.
Oh,
Come on, Michael Saylor.
Dude, it's your favorite guy in the
It's
whole
you.
world. What are you talking about?
All I had was the Sailor Moon drawing in my head.
Yeah.
Let me get one of Michael Saylor's tweets. Hang on.
Yeah. Okay, so again, go look for it. So I'm
Go
just
ahead.
gonna read some of the chat. Yeah, so Michael
Yeah.
Vinton is saying that she did actually buy. Yes, correct. Arya did buy. She didn't tell us how much, like how much Bitcoin she actually bought. I mean, fuck, it might have been $1, right? But hopefully it was more than that, naman.
through PayPal.
Yeah. Elon Musk actually had a really funny response to Arya's tweet, and he's basically saying, he's basically making a joke that he thought that she was in The Witcher. He had kind of gotten her mixed up with a different fantasy series, so that was pretty funny. Have you found anything, Justin?
Yeah. So here's a good one. Bitcoin is a swarm of cyber hornets serving the goddess of wisdom, feeding on the fire of truth, exponentially growing ever smarter, faster, and stronger behind a wall of encrypted energy.
Yeah. He really knows how to tickle Bitcoin traders.
Bitcoin
Sounds
poet.
like a. I think that's like like he had an intern write that for him.
I got a feeling he's got like a copywriter or something, right?
Yeah,
He can't be that good.
Yeah.
So here's
well,
another
be
really good
ready.
one. For thousands of years, we've crossed oceans in wooden ships and stored value in golden coins. With the invention of steel, wooden ships became ornamental yachts. With the invention of Bitcoin, golden coins will become ornamental jewelry. Then he tags Deutsche Bank.
If you dig deeper, there's a lot of, you can make sense out of it. It's not all bull, but it's like, it sounds so flowery. It's hard to take seriously.
Colin thinks you're lame, Justin.
He's not talking about Sailor there. Yeah.
Just Sailor's trying to like a central narrator so far in this kind of very early bull run.
According to BitcoinTreasuries.org, MicroStrategy is 80% up on their investment in Bitcoin. That is a pretty fucking big. Basically, they're almost at double, right? So yeah, I can understand why the dude has suddenly become a poet, because like, why wouldn't you be? Diba? So okay, Chris. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what is going on here? So we know we've been talking about Ether 2 for a while. We know that that they are starting to accept deposits in what they call the beacon chain. Can you tell us what this graph here at the bottom is? This 566 something ETH already staked. What is that for?
Yeah, so that so the 100% of that bar, 566,272, is the minimum amount required for the core developers or the network to just launch ETH2, meaning the beacon chain, or at least phase 0 of ETH2. So they've reached that. So that means, and they've announced on December 1 they're going to go ahead and launch ETH2 and bring the mainnet online. I guess it's important to note that this is not yet going to influence the mainnet as it is now, ETH1. It will be a completely different blockchain, and you can keep actually depositing ETH even after this progress bar is hit, and it hasn't been hit. You can keep depositing extra ETH, but this is a one-way trip, so that's been a source of concern, I think, in the show and other places.
Yeah, I think there's a big warning on this page. I think this page is a screenshot of launchpad.ethereum.org, and there's a big warning there that if you do send your ETH1 to this, you won't be able to withdraw it. At least not for now. No, so it's going to be a while before you're actually going to be able. So it's effectively frozen. So you are taking a small risk that and I was gonna say 500,000 ETH. That is a really, really big target. I mean, for hackers, I mean, it's like that's a very attractive thing.
Where is it stored?
In a smart contract.
In Vitalik's pocket.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Chris,
Sorry, Chris. What was your answer? I didn't hear it.
Oh no, your answer was better. Yeah, it's just in a smart contract. It's in a honeypot that is waiting to be hacked.
Chris, would you suggest doing, because you need to do 32 Ether validator nodes, would you do them as separate nodes, or would you just dump in multiples of 32 or just anything over 32 into one address?
I'd probably do it separately. It depends. How many nodes are you planning to run? It would be cheaper to just do one node and just pay for the infra of just that one node. But if you're trying to separate it for some other reason, whatever that might be.
I was going to do 100 nodes.
Oh, okay. That would definitely be way more expensive in terms of infra. So I don't know. I don't know the reasoning, but I would just keep it all in one node.
In one node, okay.
If you're confident about it, right? But I mean, if it's not going to get slashed, if you're confident to keep it up 100% of the time, then okay. But if when you start earning from that from December 1st, I guess. But who's going to be using the node 2? You know, the ETH2 nodes. Who is going to actually be doing it?
No one yet, right?
No one yet.
Nothing. It only supports staking. No smart contract transactions. No sending and receiving.
There won't be transactions at all yet.
So when do we start earning from it?
I think right away.
You
I have to
don't
double
earn
check
an
that.
ETH1
I think right
token, so you earn an ETH2 tokens equivalent, right?
But it's locked. It's locked. So yeah.
But it'd be a couple of years before we can bring it out. So 2 years before you can bring the money out.
Well, I mean, there are some services. I forgot which one. So there are some services that are sort of wrapping Beacon ETH. So it's sort of like a wrap token that you can just stake around, right? There are varying levels of readiness, but they are going to allow that to sort of try and address that.
It would be easier for me. It would be easier for me to do 32 Ether nodes. Then you can sell them as whole nodes with the address and just hand it to someone else. But, I mean,
that's true.
Would be, yeah. Or wrap it as tokens. Interesting.
Yeah. I've given up running node infrastructure, and I had an Ethereum farm in like 2017, 2018, but I've just given up doing it. I hate managing the hardware, so it's not something I constantly try to think about anymore. I feel like it depends how much you're going to stake, but if you're an average person who wants to stake less than 32 ETH, actually Colin can confirm. I don't know. I think Binance is going to have a staking service. Rocketpool.net is going to have a staking service. There's a whole bunch of services that are going to come up. So yeah, it depends how much you want to.
Can you stake without giving up custody?
Go ahead.
You can't. Do
can you stake?
You've got to transfer to the contract.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it depends what you mean by custody. If you mean like a centralized custody, like if Binance has a staking service.
Well, basically that if you give it to somebody, they'll have full control over.
Oh,
The
okay.
Ether?
I think Rocket Pool. I think Rocket Pool is a DAO built around non-custodial staking less than 32 ETH. So
Yeah.
probably
I
want to
see.
check it out. Rocketpool.net.
Okay.
They've been around since like 2017, which is really interesting. Like I remember chatting with the founder back then, like, and he was like, "Oh, ETH2 stake," and I'm like, "This is kind of a bit early, but looks like he's been getting ready." So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Do
Wow.
those-
This must
do
have been
those
a very
DAOs
exciting month for them then.
Yeah.
do those
Finally. Yeah.
DAOs, do the DAOs take a percentage from the pool?
Oh, they have to make money, so I'm sure there is a percentage. The DAO would have some kind of like token economic mechanism, but the money has to come from somewhere, right? So it's going to come from
Yeah.
a commission of your deposits. So yeah.
Interesting.
Such as any other staking service that is running the node for you. Yeah.
Colin is saying that you delegate it. I assume he's referring to Ramon's question.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure if. So you still control or self-custody the funds. Okay, so it's a little bit like one of the DeFi app type things. Okay.
It locks it. It locks it. So yeah.
Yeah. Here's something else that happened last week. Ether went up 30%, but Ripple basically doubled its price. If you came in last week at on Tuesday, so it's just 7 days ago, it is now 100% higher than that price, and it continues to go up. I think when I last checked today, it was at 70 cents. So it's just going up. Like
If you
like a
came in 24 hours ago, it's 30% cheaper. So,
Oh, there you go. Wow. Okay. So
Just
it's
yesterday.
pretty insane. Yeah, it's pretty
Pretty
insane.
crazy.
But this
Yeah,
is
it's
kind of
nuts.
this is kind of what Ripple is best at, no? Parang these kind of hype-driven sales cycles. And I wanted to talk about this one just because it's really interesting. Why? Like what happened here? This wasn't as obvious as I thought it was. So this headline is XRP shot up 20% today on old news? Question mark. So I'll just read this really quickly. Information has surfaced regarding the inclusion of Bank of America to Ripple's payment network. However, looking at the Wayback Machine, a platform that allows users to browse historical snapshots of websites, it would appear that Bank of America has been a member of Ripple since 2019. So, for some reason, the price went up massively, even though Bank of America has always been, not always, but like has been a member of the
Yeah.
Ripple network for a while now. So I dug in a little bit. Yeah, go ahead, Mon.
I mean, will Bank of America even use XRP?
It's anyone's guess, right? I mean,
Okay,
who knows?
right?
really?
Because I mean,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
far these banks just use their tech, but not the token.
Yeah, the thing that's most confusing about Ripple Labs kasi is that they have many products and it's not just XRP. They have compliance products, they have anti-money laundering products. And if you use any of those tools, you could technically be listed on their website as a partner of Ripple. That doesn't mean that you are doing anything with XRP. You may never touch XRP, but they could put your logo on their website, and it really works for their price, which is weird.
I don't know if you noticed that the Stellar price has also gone up overnight 45%. So I don't know if this correlated, because obviously the two technologies are similar. Well, the founders, he created Ripple, now he's created Stellar, and Stellar is also used for moving money around, and they're making a big push into e-money and banking as well.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if there's any correlation. 45% overnight, 24 hours. That's
Probably. I think there always was, right? Maybe you look at Ripple, who was behind it, then you're like, oh, this guy made Stellar, and like they always seem to move together.
Yeah, and I don't find that surprising, actually. I think so. They tend to be twins. Obviously, Stellar just isn't worth as much on the market as XRP will because they
but
don't
it's
have a
better
hype
technology.
machine. So
Yeah, well, they're not. They're a non-profit, whereas XRP is definitely a for-profit company.
I think that's all they're for. Yeah. So Aldrin Rabino in the chat actually mentioned something really important here. News catalyst was the Spark token airdrop. Okay, so I'm gonna explain this really quickly. This was actually a big contributor to the reason why XRP went up. So there is a new smart contract blockchain that is launching on December 12th, I believe. Or I mean, they're gonna do an airdrop. Sorry, they're gonna do an airdrop on December 12th. They're called Flare Network. Their token is called Spark. And the deal is this. They will give you one Spark token for every XRP that you have. So it's going to be a 1-to-1 airdrop. And obviously, this is the kind of news that will make certain people very excited. The reason why I think it's not a small deal is because massive exchanges have decided to support this airdrop. So Bitstamp, for example, they updated their website November 19th and they said Bitstamp will be supporting Flare Network's Spark airdrop. All Bitstamp customers that hold XRP in their accounts on the snapshot date on December 12th will receive an equivalent amount of Spark tokens. It's not just Bitstamp, it's Bithumb in Korea, Upbit, Corebit, and a bunch of others. I'm not sure, as far as I know, Binance is not one of those exchanges, but there's still time. Maybe there's a possibility they will be one of those exchanges. But I think that the main driver for XRP's price is this news, actually, that people know that the XRP hype machine is very powerful.
Gosh, man.
So
it's so
making this
ICO-ish,
kind of
isn't it?
Oh
Just
yeah. Very,
Beautiful
very.
marketing, nice PR, and get some big exchanges to list it, and everybody jumps on it. I don't even know what the hell. What does it do exactly? What sort of
It's weird. Even
Magic.
but the weird thing is the XRP army has been quiet.
Yeah.
And I don't think
Holy
it's because
shit.
I blocked enough of them. I don't think it's that.
Oh my god, when was the last time you saw hashtag XRP Army on Twitter? Like, I can't remember the last time I saw that. It's been years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No, but like in 2017 to 2018, half of my Twitter feed was just hashtag XRP Army, and I couldn't seem to get rid of them. It's pretty amazing, actually. Anyway, but yes, so that is kind of the community that they have. They really know how to build that kind of hype and excitement. And that's why I think that the XRP price has gone up so much. So we'll see. Let's see in the chat who... okay, so yeah, so Michael is saying Flare is the DeFi of XRP. Yeah, I think that's a fair comparison. That's what they're trying to do. And they're going to make XRP parang the native token. Need to buy XRP FOMO is real. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I think, yeah, sure. That is definitely happening. But whatever. That's just the way it is, right? So
Wonder
good,
what's
let's see if
next,
there's any.
right? You reckon Justin Sun's
Uh,
gonna bring something out all of a sudden?
Well, Cardano. I didn't have
Cardano,
time to
yeah.
put the slides together,
I
but
saw that.
Cardano is up 65% from
In
last
the
week.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they did. I don't think they even announced anything.
Old
So-
season, right? It's just one after the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, kaya nga, like I feel like some of these bets are no-brainers just because like very reliable and most importantly we've seen it before. Like we've seen this happen around the same time in 2017 when everything just skyrocketed, and parang I think the most interesting time was when you had all of these crypto gurus who were these trading experts who were parang stock pickers. They would pick ICOs or new tokens or whatever. The thing is like you could pick basically anything, and the chances that it would go up was just so good that like it almost didn't matter if you really knew what you were talking about. So I feel we're gonna see that again for sure this year. Don't buy at $3. Oh, okay. So the $3 ETH.
Wow.
Okay, so this is XRP.
Okay.
XRP's ETH. Okay, we're not there yet, right? We're not even. Well, we're just 20% of the way there. So there's space, I think. Obviously, this is not financial advice, and I don't know if there are any fans of XRP on the show right now. But anyway.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what's next here. Okay, this is kind of a funny one. So this is super random. Harvest Finance, if you guys remember Harvest Finance, we covered them several months ago. So they were one of the very first DeFi hacks. So they were hacked for about 20 plus million dollars, I believe. They lost about that much in customer funds. They're still alive. So that my first thing was like, I can't believe they're still alive. But okay, so they're still alive. And one of their community members took bread for the people to a whole new level in support of those impacted by Typhoon Vamco in the Philippines. So this guy bought bread and zesto for the parang victims of the typhoon. Now, obviously, that's great, no, and I feel I think that you should always highlight when people do something like that. The thing that I found really funny here was that the username of the guy who did it was Poopster. So the sign here says free bread at 3 p.m. sponsored by Poopster and Harvest Finance Community. I just think and they've got like this super Chad, wizard Chad, whatever image on the sign. I'm like, wow, this is a very crypto thing to do. Now, that being said, I kind of wish that we had made a donation also, but maybe not like this. No, like I probably wouldn't have done it quite this way. But I thought that it was pretty funny and worth talking about. So, oh my God, Colin, this is. Don't repeat these words, okay?
Retweet.
Please don't say that. I'm just gonna.
Oh wait, slow your roll. Let's see, when was that?
I'm just gonna say really quickly, none of what we're saying is financial advice. I'm not saying buy XRP before anyone misinterprets.
It's all right to be wrong sometimes. It's okay. What is it? I like what somebody said once, because everybody's bringing out old tweets now, right, from 2017 about because the price is coming up, and somebody just said, look, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about how much money you make when you're right and how much money you lose when you're wrong. So stick to it. But don't.
Mark
you have your
Cuban.
first legal threat.
Great. Yeah. Oh my. I think Mark Cuban said something kind of like what you were saying there, Justin.
Yeah.
Parang Mark Cuban said you only need to be right once.
Right.
Which is kind of the case with him. I mean, he was only right once, and then he bought the Dallas Mavs. So good for him. Good for him. Okay. The next bit is actually for Kuku. This is some stuff that's going on with Axie right now. Hey Mark, so what's your most expensive Axie now?
I dipped in and I bought around $31 because I wanted zero breed. So zero, they haven't bred at all. So I get 7 chances to breed and make some money, right? And I played a couple of games just to learn it, but I haven't played many games. I've earned 8 SLP, which is nice.
Okay. All right. That's 17 pesos, I think.
Yeah, I know. So I've made a lot of money.
Okay.
But I'm now going to get into the breeding and figure out how to make some babies, and become an Axie baby maker.
Well, you're on the right
you.
track. You already got the sound.
Fill my potential.
Yeah. So Sando first, baby making next. Those are the 2 steps. Okay. Kuku, tell us who Greg is and what triple mystic means. I don't know half of the words on this tweet. Sorry, I didn't put it on the screen, pala. Here it is. So Greg, one of 19 triple mystic Axies just sold for 160 ETH. What? What is that?
Triple mystics with, explain it, Kuku. Explain it.
Yeah,
explain, please.
Mystics have parts or rare parts or legendary parts.
Are those is it visual? Like, are those parts the things that I'm seeing on her back? On this thing here?
It's a turnip.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Anything with mystic parts is not for sale. I looked on the marketplace and there's nothing for sale that has any mystic parts, right?
Yeah.
So how do you get them?
Sometimes they holders put it on the marketplace, but it depends because they feel that land play is going to be released very soon. So These are very few instances that the seller or the holders posted it on the marketplace to sell because of the new updates. So basically, Mystic Parts have utility in the land gameplay that can earn a lot of resources. They are entitled to like a boss raid or an invitation for an event in the like Luna's Landing. We call it Luna's Landing,
Okay.
the center of the map. So
I-
it has some privileges, when you play in the land game and also for the events. So
So,
I thought-
okay, when you say triple, when you say triple mystic, that means there are three
three
mystic
parts.
parts.
Yes.
And then double mystics just mean there are two of them. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So what Mark was saying was that you can't get triple mystics in the marketplace, but you
Yeah.
can convince a buyer, someone else who
And you
owns
can go
one.
up to,
Yeah.
you got quad mystics up to 6, right? 6. I mean, those
Yeah,
are
yeah.
like,
Do
Well,
those
basically,
exist?
you
Yeah,
can
they
you
exist.
can search on the marketplace and just use filter not for sale, and then
Yeah,
you'll
and you can
see
see
all
what
the mystics
exists,
there,
yeah.
and just message.
people are
the,
holding
the
on to
owner.
those, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, you
Yeah.
mean if you want to buy it and pay shitloads of money? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
But,
so Kuku? A couple of weeks ago, you were saying that the highest ETH amount was ever paid was 300. Is that right?
300.
300
Yeah.
ETH. Yeah, 300 ETH.
Yeah. Was that also a triple mystic?
That's
Quad
yeah,
mystic?
yeah. I think or
Was it a triple?
quad. Let me check.
Quad mystic, yeah. I got a
Okay.
question for Kuku though about the underlying tech of it, because this is a centralized game based around assets, and I'm interested in creating assets similar. So there are components for each of these. There's probably maybe 15 different components, right? The parts, the breed levels, and stuff like that. Can you make another game based on those component parts? I mean, Axie is just one game based on the core. Can you you can make another game based on the Axie? I don't know, the different parts, not the parts that actually the game itself has made, but the actual tech behind the tokens. And can you see what a token actually looks like on Ethereum? So I can see, I can get into the code, see what each part is defined by what. Can you get into that?
Yeah. I think they discussed that, and they're going to release that by Q1 of not sure if 2022 for the SDK.
Okay. All right.
So you heard it here first, guys. Mark Vernon is looking to make Axie Infinity, and
No.
we are looking forward to this Sando-based
Well, actually,
NFT
I'm
game.
looking at making a copy, not a copy, but another version of Axie with my own underlying stuff. So I'm just learning at the moment.
Axie SDK for the Lunasia land game that you
Lunasia,
can make a
yeah.
game using that one. Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
I think so. I think it would have to be spelled Marxie, like this, with an X.
No,
Yeah, I
it'll
think
be
it would have to be
Maxie,
like that.
Maxie, Maxies.
Maxi.
Yeah, it's too close though. But okay, yeah, all right, I'll let you do it. Like if you insist, then that's okay. You can use
You can
that.
create a gang of maxi pads. Mark,
Yeah, yeah, it's a little weird for
to fight the Sando gang. Let's see.
Oh, ew. That sounds okay, alright. It's a little dirty. Okay.
Well,
There
the
you
one
go.
that was sold like a few weeks ago. November 7 was 300 ETH. It was a triple mystic.
Okay,
Yeah,
there you go.
that's boba.
300
remember
ETH
that,
is a
Boba,
lot
yeah.
of money now. Okay.
I bet he's
Do you
regretting
know,
that
I
right
got a
now.
question about the Axie world. Do you know where the majority of players or users are? Just spread
Philippines
out, or-
now.
Philippines, huh? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're
really?
in terms of
Wow.
the community, yeah, Philippines. And
It's amazing because it's getting a lot of mention in crypto podcasts in the last week. The movement that it's been getting. So
The fact
No,
that you
that's
can
great.
make money from it, real money from it, like someone like Bloom can cash out what you're making in the actual game. It won't work that much in Europe because you're not going to work for $2 an hour or $3 an hour. But in Philippines and Africa,
It works here.
then yeah. and Africa.
Yeah.
Southeast Asia,
Yeah.
Vietnam, Indonesia, and
I mean,
some
it
parts
actually
of
is
Latin
from
America.
Vietnam. It actually is
Yeah.
from Vietnam kasi, no? So parang that's home court. So I think most impressive is that it's managed to parang have a really big showing here in the Philippines, that it's not their home court anymore.
But if the tokenomics continue, if the tokenomics can work where people are, spending the money that's being earned, or they're buying it up, like I was asking, where can I buy SLP to do more breeding if I want to make more money out of my axes rather than playing the game? If I want to get SLP, I have to buy it from the people that are actually making it by playing the game. I don't want to play the game all the time to get SLP. So the tokenomics.
I mean, you can buy from us. So
Yeah, that's what I'm
we
saying.
are-
Yeah.
We are
I
an
don't really-
SLP liquidity provider. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to get the XS, but the SLP is fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I was talking to Peter
Um,
about this. He said he's setting up this I forgot exactly what he referred to as like a program to teach people, and he think he was
Yeah.
loaning out
Scholarship?
his
Scholarship?
yeah, but I think he was loaning out like the Axie creatures themselves and then getting a commission. Was it? Is that how?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm looking at as well. So,
Yeah.
I wanted to buy a few low-cost ones, see how it works, and then scale it up if it's possible. But Kuku's
Actually, tell
thinking
us
about
about
this, thinking,
that,
you're making it too commercial.
Tell
Yeah,
us
well,
about the
basically-
scholarship thing, Kuku.
Yeah, right now, the challenge with the energy system or the proof of stake concept with the new update is that you can play for 20 energy if you have 3 axes in your account. So this move or this update is to protect the ecosystem from those people that are trying to the botting and the to extract value from the-
Okay. Wait, let's unpack this because like most of the people on the show, although a lot of people in the audience probably know what you're talking about, so let's unpack it slowly. So they don't want people who only have a small amount of axes to play too long. Is that a fair way to explain it? And then
Yeah,
in order
to- not really to play too long, but to extract value from the ecosystem because
Okay.
it is prone
Yep.
for the from abuse. Like last week, they caught this Chinese office playing 4 cubes in their screen, trying to farm SLP, and then they banned 800 axes in their account.
That's
So
what I
Chinese
wanted
is
to
a
do.
Yeah. They just
Okay.
caught that firm, and then they updated the energy system. So the concept is, if you have more axes, then you can farm more SLPs using your energy. So
Okay.
right now the update went well because most of the players started to breed because most of them are just farming SLPs, minting
Yeah.
SLP. So right now the breeding event went high, and most people are buying axes that are floor prices around 0.058 or $25.
Okay.
So that's the
Sige,
effect
so let's
of the,
let's unpack that even more. So because they made it so that you need to have more axes in order to play more or earn more. Now people are actually using the breeding mechanism to create more axes so that they can hit these numbers. So they need to
Yes.
have at least 10 axes if they want to get 40 energy, tama? Something like that. And
Correct,
then more
correct.
than 20 if you want to do that. So, and then you're saying it's made the price of axes lower?
No, not really, not really lower, but
More
the
of
floor axes or the cheapest axes are like overbought recently. So more and more people
okay.
are buying those because they want to gain more energy and play
Got
more
it.
and farm more SLP.
So,
So they
Alex,
don't care about the utility.
how many axes can you actually have? How many can ever exist? I was trying to find those figures the other day.
Yeah, well, not really, no idea about how many axes that can be bred as long as they still have breed counts.
Yeah, I
They
know,
can
but
still-
if you got how many axes being produced by the creators of the whole blockchain, or isn't it built into the smart contract where you can only have so many axes?
For an
somebody-
owner, no. You can have as much as you want.
No, I mean, but you have to have the original Axies being created first. Then you can breed 7 times from each
Oh, yeah.
Axie. So how
Yeah,
many,
yeah, yeah.
how many total will ever be produced? Otherwise, how do
Hmm.
you know the scarcity of it? Do you know those figures?
But
Yeah. I think Gabby can answer that specifically, but don't need a figure about that.
but it's
Let's.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna ask Mark. It's a non-fungible token, right? So they
Yeah,
can
so
mint
that's
as many as
what,
they
yeah.
want from it. Yeah. Are you
Well,
saying that in
no.
1155 there's a inherent limit to
Well, there's
like
so
unique
many.
tokens?
You can only have so many mystics. So I'm wondering if
Yeah.
they've actually said that for the whole of the ecosystem. How many can you
Oh.
have in total? And then the rest is all
Oh,
done
okay,
by
okay.
breeding. Otherwise, they can keep minting, and there's no value unless there's a scarcity, or like a limited
Yeah.
amount.
But
Correct.
there maybe that's not the right question because it's not just scarcity; it's rarity also, right?
Rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Rarity.
Yeah, I mean, so it's kind of like how you can buy 1 billion lottery tickets, but like the lottery still picks 1 out of 100 billion, so you still don't win, right?
Yeah.
Well, to
Yeah,
answer Mark's question about the rarity, when it comes to the mystics, single mystics have 1,141, and double mystics 213, triple mystics 19, and quad mystics only 3.
Oh, that little.
That's
Okay.
yeah. That's the
But the
when
rest
it
of
comes to
the
rarity.
rest of them, if I'm buying normal ones at $30, then they're not going to get any more in value, are they? How are they going to increase in value?
Yeah, the challenge is you need to find the right axis for the land gameplay or for the PvP or arena. So it's
Yeah.
not just about buying the cheapest one, but buying the right kind of axis to play with the synergy with the team, so you can compete in the arena and
Okay.
win
But
and earn SLP.
in terms of breeding, how much can I make from 30? You spend $30 on one Axie. How much you make on breeding? And you should breed with your own Axies, right? You don't want to breed with someone
Yeah.
else's.
Well, you can
So how much-
borrow.
Well, I got 7 opportunities to breed on each one.
Yeah.
How long does it take before they grow from larva into actual Axies that are sold? And if
Yeah.
they're minting,
Total
if the
5
game,
days.
what's that? 5 days.
Total
So
of
I
5
can
days.
sell those for $21, $30. So times by 7, then I'll get what? $200 odd dollars for every Axie of them. But then if the game creators have minted loads and they keep minting them, why? How am I going to make any money? Because mine's just going to go into the mix.
Well, for example, if you're going to breed axes that are in floor prices like 0.05 ETH, there's a demand with that kind of market because more and more people are coming in every day, and they're just trying to find the cheapest axis and then just get 3 axes and then play. And then when they started playing, they will realize that they need a viable axis to win the game and earn some SLPs, because you're going to get frustrated when you can't win because your axis doesn't have team synergy. So
Well, I
that's
don't know
where
I don't know exactly
Yeah.
how I won, but I won both big contests I went into. I'm not really sure how I won, but
Beginner's luck, maybe.
Yeah.
That's all that was.
Mark started talking about tag everything. So. And he was like, I give up. You win.
So I'm going to play a few more games and do a bit more learning. But that's why I wanted to find out how the creators of the game in Vietnam can mint as many axes as they want, or is there a limit, or is it done by smart contract? That's why I wanted to find out.
It is done by the smart contract. Every time you breed, you enter into a smart contract. When you morph your axie into petite,
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Yeah.
But the actual minting of the original axes, how many can be done? How many are there? And are they the originals that you see on the marketplace?
yeah, those are the origins. You can't breed them anymore.
Yeah. Okay. So I still need to find out what is the maximum amount of axes you can have in the entire system. That's what I wanted to find out.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So before this turns into AxieCast, although I mean I'm not gonna complain. I do like learning about this stuff because this for us is kind of very surprisingly a very important new part of the Bloom
Yeah.
retail sales. So I just wanted to share really quickly. So last week, Bloom launched its Axie cash out service. No, we really did it mostly just to help out the community. We've done over 1.2 million pesos in trades since then, and it's kind of surprising how active and how quickly the community started to use us very directly once they realized that there was an easier way to turn their SLP to peso and their AXS into peso. The thing that surprised me the most actually was that people were buying AXS and SLP directly from us with peso. And that was just happening. Like we've had some pretty big buys that I was really surprised by. I was not expecting that to be parang the case. I was actually expecting cash out, right? I mean, when we were first talking about it, we were expecting almost all of it to be cash out. But it's almost half and half na people are buying AXS, SLP, stuff like that to fund their, I guess their gaming careers. No, which is a pretty interesting phenomenon. So, let's see.
I think I got an answer to my question. There's 4,088 Axies, original ones.
Yeah.
Then it's
Okay.
4,088 to the power of 7. Yes?
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah.
No, you can't read Origin Axis anymore.
No, but each
After
one of
that.
those had babies that you could then breed 7 times. So, it's basically to the power of 7, isn't it?
No,
It's
breeding
quite high.
two mystics doesn't guarantee you a mystic part.
No, I know. But what you mean? If I breed 2 of mine, I might get a surprising one that's worth a lot of money. Is that luck of the draw?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
So,
enough of Axies then.
okay, I think we kind of got it, some of it. All right, we've only got a few minutes left in the show, and I promised that we were going to talk about Pickle Finance because that was kind of like what Chris and I were talking about.
It's yet another failure on DeFi.
Well, we said that we were gonna cover it, and I feel like we probably should anyway, just because it's such a large hack. Chris, you wanna just quickly maybe explain a little bit about what happened here, sa Pickle Finance?
All right, I'll try to explain without explaining. So 1 second. I can share my screen.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do that.
Okay.
So is it
Tip.
This one's
1
gonna
second. Yeah, can you guys see my screen?
Hold on. I'm
It
sending
shows the. Oh, okay. It shows the evil
Son of a
jar.
bitch. I wasn't sure if you were gonna do this.
I'm not gonna go through it step by step, but can everyone see the incomprehensible diagram?
Yes, we can
Okay.
not comprehend the diagram for sure.
Yeah, it's okay. I can't either. I didn't bother reading it. But this is a
Evil
post-mortem of the DeFi hack. But essentially what happened was Pickle Finance, I think, I just very lightly browsed through, is a fork of Urine Finance. And there was a bug at that point in time when they forked it. And there was just someone who just very intimately knew what that bug was, how it worked, and just followed the trail and realized that the bug was copied into this fork as well, and then took advantage of it. And then this is what it looks like, but I won't go through it because even I haven't understood it yet. But yeah, that's essentially what happened.
So
these are getting more and more
okay,
sophisticated.
My first question. Okay, so first, it's not the same flash loan attack that we've seen many times, right? Completely different. Second question. Does that mean that every single fork of Urine Finance is vulnerable to this attack?
If they use the old code,
If they use that same hash of the code, then if that's that same commit version, then yeah. So they did warn in a tweet, was it, that every other Urine Finance fork might be susceptible to the same exploit or series of exploits. So now it's sort of like a waterfall effect, right? Now they're all probably rushing to try and fix it if they know what they're doing. So yeah.
But as far as we know, there have been no other attacks. Do we know if anyone has given money to the developers of Pickle? Just because that's kind of the traditional way to hack a DeFi project. Usually leave like a 20%. Yeah, something like that.
I actually I didn't see that in the post-mortem, but maybe they'll do it in the next day or two. maybe,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
It's like, we lost $20 million, guys, but like we got 4. Like we just got
Pretty
4.
cool,
So
Yeah, it's a commission.
oh my god. Okay. Did you ever look at Pickle before any of this happened, Chris? Was this on your
No,
radar?
no. I literally checked it
Okay.
at 6 p.m. when I was clicking the link to dial in, and I was like, oh, I forgot to check it.
Oh, okay. So you
I mean, there's
never
so many
you
of
never
them.
played around. Yeah.
I mean, there's so many of them, and there's so many forks. So I'm like, okay, yeah. No, I just it's
Yeah.
just too hard.
Chris,
Check everything.
if you forked Yearn Finance right now, there's no exploits right now. If you forked it now rather than haven't done it a few months ago.
I don't have.
Why?
an
What did you
intimate
just do,
knowledge.
Mark?
Well, if you're going to fork, it's like the early days of, I forked Peercoin, Novacoin, which itself was a fork of Peercoin. Novacoin,
What?
Peercoin. So that was
Peercoin.
7 or 8
Yeah,
years-
yeah.
Peer.
7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
But if there was any exploits in the original code, I probably wouldn't have followed it, and I would have had been in a pickle. So
Nice.
it's the same. It's the same now. You copy something because it's easy to fork something. You stick it up there, and you don't realize that there was code faults. But if you forked it right now, could you do it? Would there be any issues?
Well, they said the change log when they supposedly fixed and deployed a new version of Yearn Finance did not address that bug that was identified, which now affected Pickle Finance. And I'm reciting from a tweet. So yeah, according to what's out there, it might still be there.
What's the best DeFi protocol to fork?
Fork.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So this goes down to if you're going to build a DeFi app for consumers or retail, which protocol do you choose? And my answer is stick with the oldest ones that were deployed at the earliest time. So my answer is Maker or Compound. Don't try and fork something that's built tiers above it, stacked above it. Just fork the base protocols. And if you're going to expose a service, only expose the base protocols and wrap it in insurance, whether smart
that makes
contract
sense.
insurance or not. Yeah.
I think that just makes sense. That's just
Yeah.
responsible engineering. By the way, Chris, feel free to just charge Mark consulting hours for your advice. I don't think you have to give it away for free.
Commission as well,
His tab,
right?
his tab has been like running for like 2 years now. So
And I will
It's a
say
give and
that
take. Mark gives
Yeah.
good feedback as well.
it's not just Mark's money. It's the Axies that he owns that really make the difference here.
No, having my Axies. My Axies are mine. My babies.
How much will you rent them out for, Mark? If I wanted to get into Axie,
My Axie farm. Well, we'll have to talk about that. We'll have to talk about that.
all right. Can you give me a quote
Jesus,
like
just
right
go to
now?
Cuckoo. Just get a scholarship from Cuckoo or Peter from Peter, right?
No,
I just want-
I got a question for Cuckoo. Is it, am I going to make more money from Axie investment or ETH staking? What do I do with my Ethereum?
Well, it
This is
depends.
so
Definitely
specific, dude.
charge him for this consulting.
Yeah, I really think we should.
Yeah, well, basically, Axie is now money, and each staking is later money. So it's up to you.
I like now money. I'm getting old, so I want now money. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can get
Um,
start breeding and then having that scholarship program. So your scholarship program will give you SLP, and those SLP that you can breed.
Exactly. And I could sell it to Lewis for real money. Yeah.
We've got Axie Spracky. Get a scholarship at Axie University, Mark. I'll lend you a team. I assume that invitation is open to everyone on the BloomCast, hopefully.
Yeah.
But okay, well,
course.
we might take you up on that.
We should start a
What are-
lending protocol for Axie creatures.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm going to end up with
Just more money Legos. Yeah.
I'm going to end up with 1,000 Axies. I'm going to be the one that's lending them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Someone-
yeah.
Until someone
play them.
flash loans you.
Hey, don't give my
That's true.
ideas. Don't give my ideas, Chris. Come on.
Okay. We've got 3 minutes left, so you need to get to, I guess, our raffle. By the way, so I'm just gonna do the quick plug now because Bloom has been very surprised and very encouraged by the amount of inquiries we've been getting from the Axie Philippines players. So that these are people who are buying Ether, selling Ether, buying SLP, selling SLP, AXS, all of that stuff. And we're really, really happy that people are finding the service useful. I think that if you ever have any problems, you really need to just tell us, either even here on the show, honestly. If you've got feedback, please let us know. And we'll continue to try to improve the service as much as we can. I'm going to apologize immediately because I know that a lot of you guys were hoping that we would have very late night trading. Kuku, I know that you said that we were going to need to be trading until 3 a.m. That's just not something we can do. We don't have that kind of... We don't have enough energy. We don't. Clearly, we need to get some more Axies. That's the problem.
You need SLP.
Yeah, we need more SLP. Yeah, that's it. We can't get a trading team to handle a 3 a.m. Order, but we will try to do what we can. I mean, we're open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So if you guys can parang figure out a way to make that fit into your own gaming schedules, hopefully that's better. Okay, so random comment picker time. Favorite part of the show. This is always like whenever we do this, the number of viewers goes up. I don't know how people. Yeah, I don't understand. How do they know that we're about to do the raffle? I guess it's just a time thing, no? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to switch over. Any final words, guys? Is there anything that you guys want to shout out? I know that we had a bunch of... sorry, okay. Anyway, you can talk about your respective projects after the raffle when we sign off.
Chris, first,
so I'll just share my...
Sorry. And if someone said, how do you join the raffle? You just comment. That's it.
Oh, yeah, that's it. It's super simple. We're actually very kind.
There you go. Here are the comments.
Yeah. It's just a comment. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Oh no, I forgot my drum roll again. Jeez. Let's hope this works this time. Okay, drum roll. This time the drum roll's actually in the frame so you can see me pressing it. All right. Red-haired Shanks, first time winner. Definitely one of your guys, no? This is definitely a Sandogang guy. Yeah. I've seen him on the show several episodes now. Congratulations for winning. By the way, the prize this week is Bitcoin, not AXS. But maybe we should do an episode where the prizes are AXS or SLP, no? Maybe that might be... Okay, we'll do that maybe next time.
It should be an Axie. Give away an Axie.
Do you want to sponsor one? Because we don't have any. Like Bloom as a company, as a BSP compliant and regulated licensed company, we don't own any Axies. Like that's not part of our balance sheet.
Okay, next week I'll give away an Axie. Okay.
Wow. Ooh, wow. There you go. All right. Fuck. Okay. So it sounds like we're gonna break 200 viewers next week if Mark gives away that Axie. Is there any special way you want to give it away, Mark, or we're just gonna do like the
I will. I'll announce the Axie that I'm gonna give away, and then. I'll pick one of my Axies and give it away. It's about $20 or $30. It's about the same as one. Yeah, no, I'll get a Quad Mystic.
There goes your Ethereum investment. Yeah. Okay. All right.
The whole community will watch and make a call.
Yeah, I think so. Like including the creators of Axie. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Picking winner number 2 for 1,000 pesos in BTC. Mark Austin Ilagan. I think that's the first time I've seen that name. Is that the first time?
No, he won before.
But just once?
Yeah, I think once. Yeah.
Okay. Is this one of the Sandogang also?
No, not really. But he's a friend.
Okay, all right. Okay, Mark Austin Ilagan. Okay, so I'm just gonna put your names in the chat. Please message me afterwards, or no, we'll wait. It says reroll. Who is this guy saying reroll? Okay, so just to remind everyone of the rules, we only reroll if you've won more than 2. And no, if you've only won once, then we'll consider you.
And then
we'll
next-
still honor the winner.
Next year resets January 1st, right?
Yes, next year everything resets because we can't be bothered to remember everyone who won in 2020. That's just way too many people. It's not recorded on the blockchain, unfortunately. So we're just gonna reset everything in 2021. Next week, Mark Vernon is going to be giving away an Axie, kind of valued in the 25 to 30 Ether range. Is that what you said, Mark?
No, $25 to $30. Oh my God.
Okay, all right. Maybe in the 25 to $30 range.
He's gonna agree to one.
I almost got him to say it. I tried, guys. I tried.
We'll get it. He'll slip.
We'll keep.
We'll go down right
eventually. Okay. Okay. Okay, and that's the end of the show, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Cuckoo Crypto. Where can people find you? Where can people find what you're doing on the internet?
They can watch my YouTube channels for a channel for introduction about Axie in Filipino, and they can message me on Discord for support and for assistance in how to start the game. And we're now inviting people to join our Guild Games YGG. If you are a aspiring esports player, want to learn more how to breed in Axie and other games, we just started launching our Guild Games YGG Guild. So you are welcome to our server, and I'll send the link.
Very cool.
In Discord.
Yeah. Please put it in the Facebook chat so people can get it. So YGG is Gabby's project, no?
Right. And other VC as well.
Right. Awesome. Sige, I think that we can probably talk about it in more detail in a subsequent episode, because Bloom is actually just starting to. We're supposed to put a marketing bot in the YGG Discord server so people can start trading directly with Bloom from Discord also, not just from our Facebook chat. So that's going to be one of our next projects. Mark Vernon, other than Lunacia, where can people find you on the internet?
Well,
did I say that right, by the way? How do you pronounce it? Is it Lunacia? Lunacia?
Lunacia, I think, isn't it? Lunacia.
Okay.
It's a Filipino
Alright.
thing. And in Cyprus, we say Lunacia.
Okay. In Cyprus. Okay. All right.
Whatever.
I'm sure that's how
you can find me later on this week. I will be on. Hopefully, I'll be back on Fortnite, so you can play with me on Fortnite.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do they have NFTs there? I don't think they do. No.
No, not yet. Not yet. Probably not ever, because they make too much money from everything else, in-game stuff. And obviously in Crypto PH on Telegram and Discord.
Okay. Thanks so much for joining us every week, Mark Vernon. Justin David, do you want to take us out?
Yeah. You can check us out on Facebook, guys, Telegram, BloomX.org.
Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you're an Axie player, you want to cash in or cash out, just come to Bloom's Facebook page. If you're watching us on Facebook, you're already there. So all you have to do is send us a message, fb.com/bloomx.org. Thank you so much, and we'll be back next week, Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Don't forget that Mark Vernon is giving away 25 ETH Axie next week. Sorry, if I keep saying it enough, hopefully it'll come true at some point.
Yeah, right.
By the way, that was a joke, guys. At the moment, that's a joke. But you never know. You never know. You might be able to convince him. We'll see. I hold out hope. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night. We'll see you next week. Bye.